G'day everyone, Lucas here from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and today I am taking a look at some really cool things that have come my way thanks to some very good friends of mine. Let's have a look. Alright, first of all, hello to my Facebook friends. Don't forget to give this comment a like, share, comment, and follow the page if you are so inclined. I would really appreciate it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, these cool things that I've got. Now, a little bit of a story. I got a message from a friend called Skrill. Now, he's one of our longest and best followers of our weekly podcast for the Age XP, and a big active part of our community. So he contacted me and said to me, would you like this, and sent me a photo, and it was a picture of I'll put it up on the screen there, of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I said, you know what, I would love to have that, because I actually have a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I like to proudly display up on my shelf here. But I don't actually have Sonic the Hedgehog 1 yet, not a complete edition. And he said he was going to send it to me. I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said, no, I'm just going to post it to you. Okay, sounds good. So Skrill sends this across to me, sends me a message saying, oh, I found another couple of games and an old console. If you don't want them, throw them away or give them to whoever you want, forward them on. And didn't really stipulate what that console was, just said, oh, there was an old console. I chucked them in the package and sent them to you. Well, the package arrived, and I have already opened it, and it blew me away. And this is not, I'm not hamming this up or dramatizing this at all. I actually shed a tear, because what he sent me, probably unbeknownst to himself, was very near and dear to my heart, and something that I've wanted to get my hands on for a very long time. To keep a long story short, I used to have one of these consoles as a kid, and I upgraded to the next console, and I gave this one to my older brother, who I believe still has it, but I don't have my own anymore, and I always wanted to get my hands on one. And I've actually been looking at these consoles on eBay, but haven't pulled the trigger just yet. And Skrill just sent me one, and now I have one. And I was so thankful, and I was actually so emotional. It actually brought a tear to my eyes. Thank you very much, Skrill. All right, that's a bit of the story. Let's show you what he actually sent me. So, of course, he did send me a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, the original game, which is not just the game, mind you. It actually has a lot of the original stuff, like I don't know, there's like join the official Sega club. There was a Sega club back then, so it has this in there. Even the forms that you could fill out. It's got a Game Gear in there and a Sega Master System. So that came with it. There's also a poster which came with it. I'll open it up as best I can. This poster is almost pristine. This is so good for its age. Well, let me... There. So there's the poster. How good is that? That looks brand new. This thing is so old. This is like from the 90s. And Skrill just thought that I would appreciate it and send it across to me. I'm going to cut while I fold this back up so I don't destroy it. Okay, that only took a second, I promise. All right, so that's folded up, and it also has the original instruction manual, which games used to come with. Oh, this unfolds as well. That's neat. I really dig that, and it's all in pristine condition. Skrill, if you're watching this, is this yours? Did you buy this from when you were a kid, or did you buy this later down the track and then decide to gift it to me? Because that's tops. And obviously the game is in there as well, the game cart, and the sticker is coming up. It probably hasn't been touched in so long. Let me just... That is pristine. Made in Australia. So Sega Aussie Soft. It says it on the back there. But this looks brand new. There we go. Down in the bottom corner there it says Sega Aussie Soft. That's probably not that great. I'll probably put a overlay for you, but that's mint. Absolutely mint. Beautiful. Alright, now moving on. He did say he threw in a couple of extra games. And we got Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and Brian from Since Spacies, his old phone number is on there. What do we got there? Oh, come on, focus. Focus. 026638788. Does that ring any bells, Brian, or any telephones? So yeah, that's Moonraker, Moonwalker, and also the instructions over here. That's neat. That's awesome condition as well. We've got Carl Ripken Jr. Baseball. Never heard of it. But that's a Genesis game, that one. So that's not an Aussie one. Because we had the Mega Drive. Also in mint condition, man. This is so... It doesn't even look like it's got fingerprints on it. Made in Japan, this one. For the Sega Genesis. That actually is the very first Genesis game that I've ever had. I've never had a Genesis game before. Mega Games 1 for the Mega Drive as well. So that's got Hang On, Columns, and World Cup Italia 90. And also Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. And that's Mega Drive as well. Got the instructions. Mint looking game. Yeah, that's all cool stuff. Right, but then the console. Oh, I've got an old console too. If you don't want it, throw it away. I'm not throwing this away. No way. Alright, let's show you. Oh yeah, that is an original Mega Drive. And that's what I had as a kid. This is what I grew up with. And I actually did used to use the headphone jack. Because it had a headphone jack in the bottom. If you weren't aware, maybe the younger generation don't know about it. You could actually plug headphones directly into the console. And it had a volume slider. Which was really cool. You had your power button, and then the red light turned on. Red lights back in the day wasn't necessarily a bad thing, and a reset button. So, and your cartridges went in here. And for those that don't know, there was an expansion slot in here, and I've opened that up, and it still has the red cover on it. So I don't think this was ever used for the Mega CD, and that's what that is for there. It says "Do not remove" on there, but essentially you have to remove that if you're going to use the expansion slot for the Sega Mega CD. Yeah, man, this absolutely blew me away because I've really wanted to get myself another one of these just for memory's sake. And now I've got one. Thanks, Skrill. On top of that, though, 2 controllers. So this one looks like the original 3-button layout controller that came with the console. It's hard to get the lighting right. And this one, which looks like a genuine rapid fire controller, which says Mega Fire on it or something like that. Sega Mega Fire. I assume it's it's made in China. It says the Sega logo on it. I think that's an official gamepad. So you could flip these in on, so it would just automatically go, or I think if you pressed and hold the button, it would stay on. So those that was the pro controller of the day, which a lot of people thought were cheating. The last thing, probably one of the coolest things as well. The instruction manual for the Mega Drive! Wow! Look at that! Skrill, you've outdone yourself, buddy. You have outdone yourself massively. Actually having the Sega Mega Drive on hand. Having the Mega Drive on hand, but the instruction manual with it too. And in pretty damn good condition. Yeah, it's torn a little bit, but overall, all the pages are there. It's actually pretty neat. It's not even folded or creased or anything. Just a little doggy. No dramas there. Love it. Thank you very much. Skrill, you're a legend. Alright, time now to move on to something that was only just a couple of days ago. I had a Twitter message from a good friend of mine. You may have heard of him, named Brian, Since Spacies. If you haven't, check out his YouTube channel, link in the description down below. He messaged me and he said, check out this, and it was simply just a link to the Gamesman, and they had something on sale for special. I'm going to grab that thing now, because I replied back to him straight away saying, gonna buy that tonight, and it has arrived already. I'm just going to grab it, one sec. Oh, right, I got it, and here it is. This is a PlayStation 3 Special Edition, what do they call it? Collector's Edition? Yeah, Collector's Edition of Arkham City. And it comes with Batman statue, which is in there. I haven't taken it out of the box, and I probably won't. I'm a little bit like that kind of collector. It says a 3D compatible game, back when 3D was a thing on the PS3. DC, Rocksteady, Warner Brother Games. And this is a PS3 game. So it's old stock. Do you know how much they wanted for this? $19.95. This would have been, I think it was $150 new, and I guess they were just trying to get rid of old stock. And I was happy to oblige them, and I gave them my money plus postage, and this thing arrived today. Absolutely awesome. This thing's in great condition too, so if it's old stock that they've had laying around, it hasn't really moved much over the years because it's in really good nick. So obviously I've already played and finished this game back on the Xbox 360, so I don't feel any need to open it up and play it. So I'm going to keep this in good nick just because I like to collect things. So that'll go on one of my shelves in here. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit of a Batman fan. I've got the Batman Ushis just there and the Batman poster behind me. Love my Batman. Alright, well that is all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you very much for checking out this video. As always, if you have a comment, put it down below and I'll see if I can get back to you guys. Also, don't forget we have a weekly podcast. It's called the Aussie Gamers Experience Podcast, and it's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, anywhere that has podcasts. It's even available on YouTube. So check that one out. Links are in the Links are in the description. And until next time, as always, I am Lucas, and I will see ya. Alright, just as I was packing up, turning off my lights and all that sort of stuff, I just noticed something else that I've forgotten as well. So I'm going to just throw this in here at the end. My apologies to Nick the Wraith. I did forget you, but I remembered in the end, and that's the main thing. But he went to an EB game store. There was a conversation that went down there, and eventually they said, hey, do you want this this old console? Someone tried to trade in. We're not trading in old consoles anymore. Do you want it? Because they just left it here. They didn't want to take it back home. He said, yeah, sure, and took the console. And it was a PlayStation 2 Slim. And Nick didn't want it, and he gave it to me. He said, would you like it? And I said, yeah, I would love to have that. Awesome. So this is a PlayStation 2 Slim. Look how small it is. I think I did have one of these at one stage, and I had the PlayStation Fat originally, PlayStation 2 Fat, and they brought out this Slim thing, which is absolutely tiny. Here's a tissue box. There's your comparison. The thing is small, and also contained within it is a copy of iToy Play. There's no iToy camera or anything like that. I don't know, maybe I've got one somewhere. Does this thing still spin? Oh, it does! It does. The logo, let me see if I can get this lit properly. The logo, if you lay it down, you can, I think it spins this way. This is awkward. Okay, there we go. So if you lay it down, the logo can spin, or if you stand it up, the logo goes that way. Not quite as cool as the Xbox 360 where the lights would automatically adjust depending on which way you had it oriented, but it's still a neat little addition. I think the big fat one did that as well. But yeah, that's a PlayStation 2 Slim, which is absolutely tiny, with an 8 megabyte memory card. It's 8 megabyte, kids, not gigabyte or terabyte, and that was with it as well. So thank you very much, Nick. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for giving me this cool stuff. Cheers to everyone. That's it. I've already done my outro, so bye.